I did, y'all. And so, today was the day that I was supposed to do a lot of homework. And when I say homework, actual homework and homework, working from, I had to, well, I didn't have to work from home, but I decided to work from home because Fridays are usually the days that I am doing billing. I'm putting in information so everybody can get paid for the time that they serve doing what they do, okay? And so yeah, we we get to the crib, we wake up, I go and shower. I'm learning, I do not try to waste any time, y'all. If I'm at home, I do not try to work in my PJs anymore. It becomes very addictive, and it's like it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And so yeah, I get myself ready as if I'm going to work in the office. And so I'm going ahead and I'm typing everything, and then I start, finishing that part up, the billing part up. I'd already started some of it last night while I was off when I got home, because I was like, okay, I'm going to use this time. I want to make sure I got all my work done. But, excuse me, I want to be able to have a lot of time tomorrow, which is today, to do a lot of stuff for my personal stuff, my personal life, my personal issues and things like that. And so, yeah, I get myself ready for that, and I get these phone calls. And one, I was already kind of waiting on the one phone call, because this person was really trying to just get me out, get me out. They've been trying to get me out and then get to moving and things like that. But I've been trying to find tunnel vision right now. I think that I'm on a cusp or something. I don't know what it is, but I know some kind of breakthrough is coming, and I just want to be prepared for it. Point out blank. I can't even explain it because I don't know what it is right now, but I can internally, spiritually, I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, and so I don't try to over explain to people. That's not my job. I just don't do any of that of the sort, because it's not, like I said, it's not my job. It's not my job whatsoever. And I'm not trying to get anyone to believe what I believe or see where I'm going, or anything like that, unless they've already had, the issue, and we have a mutual level of respect, spiritually, we know something is happening. And if that happens, usually that means that somebody else, it's not just for you, it's somebody else. Whoever is able to catch it, they have to be, together, and they have to be direct at what they're going for. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to cut the foolishness out. And when I say foolishness, I'm not saying real crazy stuff. I'm just saying stuff that's not helping me move up. Stuff that's not helping me is foolishness. Okay, that's total and complete foolishness. And so, yeah, people know, like, if you guys know me, y'all know when I want to get direct and do some stuff, that's just with anyone. They're gonna do it, but definitely with me. When I'm determined to do something, I'm gonna do it. And so, yeah. So I was talking to that person, and they wanted me to go out. Let's go out. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And usually I would be like, okay, because I'm usually out with that person. But I was getting a lot of revelations of where I wanted to go, and if the consequences of me doing that, not only with that person that I enjoy spending my time with, but with anybody. I just didn't have that time right then. And so I literally said no. Like, I cannot, and the reaction that I got from them was kind of different. It wasn't too different, but it was just, they were just really upset, and I was just kind of I'll put it a little bit, just a little bit. And it got me to thinking. Okay, now you're cutting this off. Once you start saying no to things that you usually say yes to, that's going to help your life. You're going to have all this other, wavelengths of energy or people coming your way. I'll say wavelengths of energy because it's people, situations that come in your life. Boom, 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 boom. And so I'm like, Okay, next topic, next subject, whatever. Um, then, then, um, they started to try to attack me. Like, I was telling them how I had finally organized, everything that was in my house, everything that was together. They was like, ask me, what did I do? I didn't just come out the blue and start talking about it. And I was like, I'm finally happy that I got everything organized and situated, because I have so many projects that go on. It's easy to have my house cluttered. It's easy to have a lot of things going on, like, because I have a lot of things going on. I'm over a lot of organizations already. I have things that I'm working on. So it takes nothing but a second for me to have a junk miser house. That's why I have to clean it like every other day. Even though I live in a real nice place, I have to take care of it really, like, really, really much, because I have a lot of projects. So one of the things that they was like, oh, well, you're just like a hoarder. You do this, you do that. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, I had to think, because like I said before, I'm always a person that thinks like, okay, if somebody is telling me something, if somebody say something, I don't give a if I like them, if I don't like them, if they said it in a mean tone or not. I look for truth in everything. I look in truth in everything, because if it's some kind of truth behind it, you need to address it, and you can help it address it. Because once you get whatever the picks out, then guess what? You're a better person. Overall, you're going to be better than what you was before. So I'm that type of person. And so I heard this person say this before, but when they said this again, and I was like, I worked on it. I was like, okay, well, maybe, because this person, every time they coming around my house, I got 4 or 5 projects. I'm at the city, the convention center, doing all this stuff. Everything's around in my house, all over the place, because I have this project. And so maybe that's it, right? Maybe that's it. But I started thinking, I was like, you know what? The only time this person says this is usually when they don't get their way. They want me to be around so they can show off for their friends and show off for their. Belle goes and she's like, this real cool person. She does this, she does that. And so I took that to an account. And I also took into account, like, you know what? That's real funny for somebody who don't have nothing. Y'all got to be careful. Y'all listen to what people, and that gives you a form of jealousy. If it's something that you worked on, now y'all hear me just say that I worked on stuff, that I looked at. I looked at stuff first and then assessed the situation. If it was something on my behalf that I needed to work on, then I did that. But afterwards, when you still doing that and you haven't even been in my presence, she hadn't even been in my home for a good minute, just because I didn't like the energy that she gave off. Y'all, I couldn't even explain it. I couldn't explain it, but I got to the point and was real with myself to say that I didn't need to explain it, that it was off-putting and I didn't want any parts of it. Like, that's how bad it was, y'all. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. It was so bad. You know how people smile at you and you can see something in their eye that says hate? That's how I felt with her. I'll take that. Yeah, because I do enjoy being around. I know y'all like, you just said you enjoy being around her. I do enjoy being around her. But sometimes just the looks, the feel, the vibrational, it says something different. Okay? I can't put it into words, and it's not all the time, but it's certain times. So that's why I don't let her, I don't know if it's something that's coming on her, something that the environment that she's around, I don't know. But I didn't want to discover it. After I just kept feeling it so much, I was like, oh no, like, because at first I was like, is it me? Then it was like, no, because other people was feeling. But anywho, I started looking at that and I was like, you know what? This is a form of jealousy. This is jealousy, okay? The second person that I talked to while I was off, I hadn't heard from them in a good minute. And usually when I hear from these types of people, it's usually when they're going through something, when something is going wrong. You don't hear from them when they're doing good. They don't respond to your calls, acting as if they are so superior or something, or it's, oh, well, this happened, that happened. You got to take clues from that. So this person that called, I decided to answer. I don't even know why, because I shouldn't have. Okay, but it gave me clarification. It gave me clarification, and so I answer, and this person is talking, and they're going through hardships with themselves and things that they're dealing with in their relationships and all this other stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get off the phone with you. They're like, what are you doing? You're not going to work? I'm telling them, oh, I'm got to work from home. And this person starts jabbing at how I look and what they heard about me and all kind of just bad stuff. And I'm sitting here like, okay, well, you heard about this a whole year ago, and you took the time now to tell me this is what you heard. So obviously, you know, you really didn't care, but whatever, you know. And so I got to that point to like, okay, so what was that about? Was that like was that something that they was holding on like just for just to get back at me? And I noticed that, you know, I noticed that was envy. That was envy and jealousy. That was jealousy more than jealousy, okay? Because envy is way stronger than that, okay? Somebody who can take that and they're supposed to be cool with you and they supposed to be your friend, you gotta listen. You gotta listen, because your enemies stay closer than your friends sometimes. Sometimes the people that you are calling friends are jealous of you. They hate you. They feel like they are one up you. Listen, I got a person that I went to school with. I am very careful how I tell this person things, because they feel a list of superiority to you. They really feel superior to you on every level. Just because of one flaw, they might have something wrong with you might have something wrong with your face, and they like, oh, well, I could never, and think that you're not that smart. I think that they got one up on you because of that. Like they knocking down trees now. Okay, so this is the people that I've seen, I've dealt with, and I've seen for myself, y'all. So yeah, you gotta be careful. Listen with both of your ears. You got a reason. It's a reason why you have two ears and one mouth. Okay, you're supposed to listen. You gotta listen to these people, because out of the heart the mouth speaks, and that's the truth. Some of these people, they ain't got no. Be careful. They ain't happy with themselves. They ain't got a pot to piss in. They don't. You might be going through one thing, and they going through 12,000 other things, and they using you as a crutch. They using you as a crutch to get over they little sob stories. They'll use you as, I'm telling you, these people do this. They will use you. They'll see that you got goodness in you, and they'll use you as a crutch. But then when you start seeing these people for who and what they are. This car been behind me for a good minute. When you start seeing them for who and what they are, that's when they gonna start, or you start pulling them, taking action on it, or how they treating you and how they acting, and you pull back. Guess what? That's when you're gonna start seeing that traction. That's when you're gonna start seeing them people act a plumb fool. That's when you're gonna start seeing them. Okay, like you're gonna start seeing them act the way that they act and do the things that they do. Like, no, y'all, no. I'm telling y'all, be careful. Be careful with those people, because half of them ain't got what you got. They ain't got what you got, or they do got what you got, but they don't got what you got. They don't got that happiness. They done gave up half of themselves just to have what they have. So now they jealous of you, because you was authentic with yourself. You was authentic and real with yourself. So you're able, and you ended up making it, and now and now they're looking at themselves like, man, I took the easy way out. I took the easy way out, you know. And I know a lot of y'all go through that. Y'all see that every day, especially in the hood. Y'all see that every single day in the hood. People who think they coming up, they over there slanging, they doing all kind of stuff. They riding way higher than you. They done got all nice new stuff, you know. And you looking like, dang, man, like, what am I doing wrong with my life? You know, last for a good minute. But the price they gotta pay, is way deeper. It's way deeper, and then after a while, it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it because they around people who don't care about them. They gotta keep doing what they don't like to do, because a lot of them don't like to do stuff. Most of them don't like what they do, and they have to look over their shoulder because they flossing. It's just, it is what it is, y'all. So be careful. A lot of people are really jealous. They are jealous of you. And when you see this, just like what I did, I didn't make no big deal. This is part of life. I ain't make no big deal at all. You know what I said? Okay, all right. Well, let me call you back, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and do what you need to do. Click, hang up, put them on block. I don't really try to answer. I don't try to connect. None of that. Keep that energy over there. You know, and you don't go back in around them unless they got some positivity to pour into your life. You know, some of them will be on that kind of crazy stuff and be acting like they got so much positivity, but they want to flash something in your face because they know they see that you done already peeped them out, so you done already put some distance in between them. And now they want to come back and show that since they got a one-hitter quitter, you know, something finally coming a little bit nice for them, they want to flash it in your face to make you feel like you're missing something. You got to understand that patterns don't change. Patterns don't change with people like that. Patterns don't change. You know? And so, well, they can change, but you have to put some effort. But they don't change overnight. Most of them don't change overnight. Okay? And you also got to think of it like this too. Even if they do change, that slight chance that they do change, like they claiming that they are, they didn't change for you. They didn't change for you. They changed after you left. So there's a reason why you should let them go. There's a reason why you should let them be where they are. You know, I even think about that even with jobs. Okay, you can't, even if they change their standards and things like that. If they treated you poorly, or you had to deal with all this kind of like backlash and all that crazy stuff, and all of a sudden, you know, they find out and you've been already open and vocal about what's going on, and they did nothing. They tried to play like they was dumb and did nothing, and then wanted to change after you left, and after a couple people left and wanted you to come back. Baby, you won't be seeing me back. You will not be seeing me back ever. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Okay? And that's how you have to be. That is exactly how you have to be. Okay, y'all? So on that note, I'm gonna get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.